Hello and welcome to Whisky and Weapons. Today we have a whiskey kit.
Yeah, we've kindly been provided some equipment by somebody called Christian from Aromhuset.
Aromhuset of Sweden,
They're
yes.
selling on Amazon, aren't they?
Yes.
What's his Amazon name?
Gert Strand, AB.
Check it out. They've got good prices. You have all sorts of stuff for the home brewer.
Yes, yeah. So we're looking at airlocks, flavorings,
Carbon filters.
excellent provider.
I believe they do yeasts and stuff as well, don't
They
they?
do, yes, some quite high yeast, turbo yeasts I think they call them.
Very interesting.
So we've received a kit of 5 whiskey flavorings. We have chosen 2 out of them to test today.
So this one here, the first one, these are made by Prestige. Is that right? Yeah, the original by Prestige. And this is the Scotch whiskey smoked blend. Don't know if you can see that on there.
Interesting.
Very interesting. You know we're all partial to a peaty whiskey.
Yes, true enough.
So what we've got is, that's the lightest one here.
Yeah.
We're trying that against something slightly different.
And that is a sour mash essence. You'll be familiar with the Jack Daniels. That's what we're talking here.
Not that we're name dropping.
No. There are other sour mashes available.
Yeah, so these are fairly straightforward to make, aren't they?
Yes.
You basically want to take any clear alcohol, vodka, something like that, yeah?
Yeah. Whatever you've got in the house.
Best to be relatively flavourless.
Yes.
And impart it with this. So one bottle will do a 70 cl.
Yeah,
So
75 cl. Yeah.
One 20 ml bottle will do 75 cl. Not bad.
You can see we've got a little bit of colour on the clear alcohol vodka, yeah. And we're putting it up against a vodka that's been aged with oak staves for 1 month.
Yeah, charred oak. It's a mixture, isn't it, of chips and large pieces.
Yes.
This has been, like I say, aged for about a month now. And as you can see, the colour's much, much darker.
Yeah. That's going to come from the charcoal on the charred staves, I think.
Well, it is, but it's nice to see a colour like that in a whiskey, isn't it?
It
Naturally
is.
coloured.
Well, this is what you'd be looking for in a whiskey, isn't it?
Now, the thing that I'm a bit dubious with when it comes to these is I always find that they smell very, very artificially sweet. Like a sweetener note.
Yeah, I mean, we've looked at the ingredients in them. Let me list them here. Flavourings, oak extract, tannins from your wood,
Yeah.
glycerine.
There you go. That's where you'll get your sickly sweetness from.
Yeah,
if it's got it.
Yeah, that's what it says. Glycerine, invertors, distilled water, and this is interesting. Caramel E150A.
How many whiskies put that in when
Yeah.
they do it? Like, you know, when they're aging the whiskies, you find a young whiskey, you look at it on the shelf, and it is dark.
And I know a whiskey with that in. It's actually the Auburn 14 adds caramel flavouring.
Certainly
Caramel colouring.
E100.
Yes.
Right, I want to give this a little bit of a nose. I have already had a little bit of a nose on it. First thing you get on there with this is the smoked one.
Yeah.
Is vanilla.
Nice. Good flavour.
Good flavour to have in there.
Yeah.
Quite overpowering with vanilla, actually. Maybe a little bit of pear in there.
Mhm.
Not bad. It's interesting. It's not overly complex, but I must say I'm not getting the smoke. Disappointment.
You're not?
Well, not on the nose anyway.
Let me smell this straight from the bottle.
See the colour that it's imparted there.
I'm
Very
afraid.
light straw colour. Very light.
I'm afraid I've got to agree with you. There's not a lot of smoke coming across. So, if we could ask Prestige, Gert Strand, to pop a little bit more peat smoke in there, that would be good.
That'll
How
be our
about that?
first pointer. Let's give it a taste.
Let's give it a taste. Let's not write it off now.
Heavy vanilla taste.
Mm.
Very sweet. Bit too sweet for me, I must admit.
Yes.
A little bit sickly.
Yeah. Okay.
Not overly complicated.
Caramel.
Don't get me wrong, I've had worse whiskies off the shelf than that.
Oh yeah.
A lot worse.
If you've got a clear spirit at home,
Yeah.
that you don't like.
This is adding loads to it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we're not one for mixing,
No.
but this with, I don't know, a bit of Coke or in a coffee to make an Irish whiskey,
Do you know-
Irish coffee, sorry.
Do you know what this would go really nice in? And probably what it's designed for is a home brewer who's using a turbo yeast, getting 20%, and they want to make a bit of a liqueur.
Yeah,
That would be very nice.
probably, yeah. I mean, this was probably quite good for somebody who doesn't really, you know, you get those people who, they always say, whiskey tastes like fire. You know what I mean? You
Yes.
get those. And it doesn't. It's not harsh. It's very, very mild. It's
No.
silky smooth.
A little bit of sweetness on the tongue.
A little bit more than a little bit, I'm afraid.
Okay.
But not bad.
Not bad.
That isn't bad. I mean, you couldn't make it better than that without, you know.
Yeah. And let's be honest, you could add less or more to get more colour, less flavour, etc., etc.
Yeah. What's the old Tennessee
Interesting.
sour mash one like? I'm interested to
Okay.
see. As you can see straight away, we'll compare that to this one, mate. Much darker. Much darker. You see that there?
Okay, sweet again, very sweet. Lots of vanilla.
But what's a Tennessee whiskey for? It's a mixer, isn't it?
Well, this is it, yeah. Do you know, that would be interesting to mix.
Yeah, on the nose, heavy vanilla again. That artificial sweetness.
Sour mash essence. Did you know that sour mash...
Interesting.
That sour mash is actually whiskey based on the used yeast of the previous
I did,
batch.
yeah. Used
Yeah.
part of the previous mash, don't they?
Maybe you can say that better than I can, but basically that's it. They use the yeast cake. Yeah, that's it. The
Yeah, there you
yeast
go.
cake of the previous mash, and keep that going for 5-6 times.
See, that does have a lot more flavour than this.
Yeah.
It's still, the vanilla's there. It's got more of the, I don't know, it's got more of a whiskey profile in it. You know, a little bit of burn, a little bit of bitterness. You can taste the oak in there.
True enough. True enough. I think that would be quite nice if you were aficionado of whiskey and coke. If you pop that in coke.
Or again, if you're a whiskey novice and you're not overly keen on the harshness of a whiskey,
Yeah.
but you like the idea.
And you don't want to pay £40 or £50 for a whiskey.
So what do these run at then? This little set, is it a 5-bottle set?
It's a 5-bottle set, and it's coming in at a very reasonable £10.50.
How can you argue with that? £10.50. You say you're going to go out and buy 5 bottles of Smirnoff to do this with, for example.
Yeah.
£15 a bottle.
Yeah.
Plus your £10.50 over there. That's like another £2 a bottle. So 17 quid a bottle for a whiskey like that. I mean, Jack Daniel's 70cl. 26 quid?
26 quid, yeah.
So you're still well under budget, aren't you?
That's a nice, interesting little way to flavour some alcohol.
This one we haven't talked about very much.
Well, we haven't.
We might do a review on this.
Yeah.
For demonstration purposes, this is just to show what it's like after a month of oaken.
I'm just going to tell them what the aromas I'm getting.
Oh, you're going
I
to
have
ruin
to-
it for them. Give them a tantalising taste.
Leather, smoke, oak vanilla.
So
Yeah.
as far as the old kit goes, that's not bad for your money. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
What about these that we've got here?
Oh, right, okay. Airlocks. If you're into your home brewing, you might be sick of the smell of...
Oh man, I made a stout last month. Not even kidding you. Had it in the boiler cupboard. The wife was going mad. It was the house just smelled like a brewery.
Yeah.
Came out fantastic, but the smell, I don't mind it. I like it, but not for everybody, is it?
No, well, this is it. If you've got a partner, a wife in the house who doesn't like your brewing, then get yourself one of these. They're really cheap. Essentially what it is, activated carbon in a pouch. And what you do is you pop that in there. Loose is probably better. Your CO2 and your aromas come through here, get caught by the activated CO2 and
Activated charcoal.
yes, activated charcoal, and the smells don't proceed on from there.
Is it charcoal? Carbon.
Charcoal.
Same difference, innit?
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah. So really, really good. We had a chance to try one of these out, didn't we?
Yep.
Absolutely phenomenal.
I could keep it in the hallway, and people did not know I was brewing.
It's like zero smell, wasn't it?
Zero
Literally.
smell, yeah.
So what do they run at? Do you know what they're price wise off the top of your head or not?
No, I don't,
Well,
unfortunately.
I mean, what's an airlock cost you these days? 3 or 4 quid for an average airlock? see what this comes in at, these carbon filters. Like I say, for the convenience of it all, absolutely phenomenal. I tell you what we'll do is we'll put the price in the description underneath. We'll put a link to their page on Amazon. Absolutely fantastic people. We'll no doubt have more dealings with them.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit more brewing to do. I'd like to make a couple more pale ales and stuff like that.
Really interested to try some more of their yeasts.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind see if I can do a nice strong wine, you know?
Yeah.
See how we go with that.
They do wine kits. They do a Merlot. I'm sure they do a Malbec, Chardonnays, white wines, all that kind of thing.
I'm sure the wife wouldn't have minded us brewing if it was wine for her.
Yeah, well, this is it, isn't it? I think a £30 kit's going to get you 25 litres of wine.
Yeah.
If you make a quality wine at that,
how can you argue?
You can't.
Maybe that's something we'll try out, huh?
Yeah.
So, overall, pretty good. If you fancy giving it a go, you've got nothing to lose. Contact Christian.
Yeah, I'll put the link for his Amazon store
Yeah.
in there. And you can just simply purchase on there.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. If you've liked the video, give it a like.
Give us a thumbs up. Remember to visit the Amazon store and you'll be hearing from us shortly.